Hey guys, got another phone here for you. This is the Nokia N73. This is the Express Music Edition, which is all in black and came with a larger memory card, I believe, and possibly a better pair of headphones. This is when Nokia were doing their N-series range of smartphones. N73 was one of their mid ones that came out a few years after the initial ones. I think were the N80, N90, and N91. So yeah, this one succeeded the N70. Which was like a brushed aluminium design, a bit bigger, but probably better looking phone. This is okay. Had a controversial joystick for navigation, which used to break all the time. I used to sell these all the time when I worked for the phone shop, and yeah, these are constantly breaking off. If they didn't break, they get dust and dirt underneath them, and they'd fail. So, sliding back cover for the camera, Carl Zeiss lens. It says here, but I doubt they have much involvement. Hard to tell the megapixel because it's all the things are worn off. But yeah, beefy size camera and beefy size flash as well. An active camera, so you flip it open and the camera would load. The 3.2 megapixel autofocus camera. It's also got a front-facing camera, which is quite new for the time. This was 2006. This was announced. It started shipping on the 15th of July that year. Let's see if we can boot it up. This is running the Symbian software S60, Series 60. This may take a little while to boot, if it's going to boot at all. Thought I saw the Nokia logo there. No, quite possibly not. This might have had it. Right, we have a charger. It was definitely charging the other night. There you go. Beep sound, so it's charging. I think I can just about... There you go, Nokia logo. So it's not backlit yet, but it's quite possible the battery in this has got just absolutely no capacity and it needs to be on mains. So we'll try and boot it up, but I don't know if it'll boot. There we go. I hope that the battery is big enough. Has enough capacity even left to still work. So it had stereo speakers, I think. There's a massive one at the top there. Lovely. I think there you go. The lower one is just this grill down the bottom there. So technically, you had stereo speakers for the time, was pretty awesome. Obviously, this one's got a cracked screen and somebody else's pictures on it. It's the thing about buying them off eBay. So yeah, menu's a lot more bright and colourful than some of the other more basic Nokia phones. The N-series phones were designed to be the sort of multimedia powerhouses for Nokia. So the gallery. Any tracks? Any music? No tracks. Oh wait, it's still opening it. There we go. N-dubs. Oh no, we're going to get copyright strikes. Ultra Beat. Sandstorm. Umbrella. Oh my god, this is definitely a mid-2000s phone, isn't it? Let's see if this one doesn't get its copyright strikes. DJ Ariba. Oh god. It's quite loud. Got very bright blue LEDs down the side here. I'm going to turn that right down. Won't play any more of that because we get copyright strike on this one. But yeah, it's very port on the side there, I believe. Yeah, these were decent phones. They were just plagued by hardware and software faults is the problem, but buggy, slow software as well. Flick that open. The camera launches. It just takes quite a while. There we go. The camera's launched. So you can see that. So there's actually a shutter button up here. And a quick button, I think, as well to play and pause music and the like. But shutter buttons on old smartphones had a cool thing where you could push them down halfway and they would autofocus. So if I look at my watch there and squeeze it, there you go. You see it was focusing and it turned the flash on. But it keeps saying red, which tells me it's not focusing correctly. So I don't know quite what it wants me to do to focus. Normally it beeps and goes green when the focus is correct. Oh well, we'll just push it anyway. There you go. You get a picture. Tell you what, we'll see if we can get a subject in shot. So you can upload it to album or send to a friend. No, we're going to cancel that. We're just going to Take another picture. See if we can get this in focus. No, come on. Tell you what. So there should be. So scene modes. Switch to video mode. Flash is auto. Self timer. Switch to sequence mode. Exposure compensations. Quite a few modes on here. White balance. Color tone. You can change the ISO, the light sensitivity. Christ. I wanted to see if there was some kind of macro mode, because some of these had it. Yeah, it's a close-up mode. I do for capturing intricate detail of small objects used between 10 and 60 centimeters. Right, there we go. There you go. That's taken a much clearer looking picture. Looks way better. I wonder if I can zoom in on it at all. Hide icons and then no. What's there was a way of zooming? It's that's a reasonable 3.2 megapixel picture. It's not going to be the world's best, but you know, for sharing to basic social media at the time, it was fine. Let's have a look at the ringtones. I'll find them. Phone, general. I used to know these off by heart, but it's been so long. You're probably all screaming at me now saying you know where it is. Profiles, that'll do. Options, personalize. Ringtone is set to Sandstorm, of course it is. 3D effect. Ooh. Wow. Okay. I'm not sure what that was a ringtone. I think this is showing off the 3D effect of the stereo, but normal ones. Yeah. Calm. Yeah, whoever had this has had it turned right up. Yeah, there we go. It was set to maximum. Let's just turn that down. Video call tone. Of course, it was a 3G phone. You could do video calling. So, yeah, just basic ringtone there. Yeah, the important thing is this was capable of playing MP3s. So, I mean, yeah, I'm not going to play any more of that for copyright reasons. But yeah, it was technically sort of capable of doing multitasking. So I push and hold the menu button down there, and I can see what apps are open. Just one. If I open something else up, like music player, push and hold the button again. There you go. I've got two apps open now. So iPhone was not the first one to do multitasking, despite what people say. Dedicated little shortcut button there, and then you get your quick selection of things to do. So yeah, little pencil button at the bottom will bring up the keyboard and let you do keyboard editing. C button would delete your text. Yeah, it's just a it's quite popular on contract, but soon became pretty popular on pay as you go, especially with this Express music version. But yeah, that is Nokia N73. Let's take a quick look at the back. Actually, if I pull this out, it's just going to go flat. So, no, it's holding a wee bit of charge. Lock the screen. Back cover comes off. You can do that without taking off without sliding the camera a bit open, but camera mechanism slid like that. It's quite a simple mechanism. Nokia battery there, which is getting a bit swollen. They do that with old age. SIM card would go in there. Memory card slot. I'm trying to remember. Oh god, I remember now. I'm having flashbacks. Memory card slot is under here. It's this really stupid little flap. Which side does that come out? There we go. Nokia had a fascination with MMC cards, which were basically just like low capacity SD cards. And they did one called MiniSD, and I think this might be a Mini MMC. There we go. Pop it out. Oh, it's MiniSD. There you go. 2 GB one. That was one of the other advantages of getting the Express Music version. You got a bigger memory card. 2 gig. That was massive in the day. This was like iPod worthy. Have I put that in wrong? I put that in the wrong way. There you go. Click it back in. And those little flaps when the toilets were breaking off, they're the most unintuitive thing ever. But it was a welcome addition at the time because it was hot swap, which means you didn't have to take the battery out. Hot swapping memory cards was quite an advanced feature at the time. But yeah, decent little phone. Just a few fatal flaws. Cool. Well, more cool phones come soon. I'll see you soon in the next one. Cheers.